One day last week, I got a message from someone saying they needed to chat with me. I don't know about you, but when I get messages like that, particularly when I can't get back to them straight away, I begin to panic. My imagination runs wild. What has happened? Why do they need to chat? What have I done? What has someone else done? What sort of disaster has happened now? I run all of the worst case scenarios through my head, and the longer that I have to wait to speak to that person, the worse it becomes. Waiting for the unknown is terrible. This morning is the first of these little thoughts that ties in with our read along in Acts. We've committed as a church family to read the whole book of Acts together a bit at a time, every weekday for the next couple of months. And if you miss a reading here and there, it's not a problem. You'll always have the weekend to catch up. If you haven't got a copy of the reading schedule, do let me know and I can make sure to get one out to you. So between yesterday and today, we've read Acts chapter 1. And in Acts chapter 1, the disciples are waiting for the unknown. Jesus disappears into heaven and he tells them to wait. Wait, because I'm sending you the Holy Spirit, the helper. They don't know what that means. They don't know what's going to happen when the Holy Spirit comes. They don't know how he's going to come. They don't know when the Holy Spirit's going to come. They don't know what's going to happen afterwards. They are waiting for the unknown. And if I was them, I'd be running every terrible scenario through my head. I think we've all been doing a bit of waiting for the unknown over the last few months. And we'll probably be at it for a little while more. We're waiting for the next step in the roadmap. And, there are dates in the diary. There are things that we're told will or won't happen. But we don't really know what the rules will look like or when they'll happen. We're waiting for restrictions to ease, but we don't know what it's going to be like in June or August or November or next year. It makes it really hard to plan for the future. It makes it hard to make decisions about things that may or may not happen. Waiting for the unknown is really difficult. But like the disciples, we don't have to be idle while we wait. They met together and they prayed and they worshipped. They selected a new apostle to replace Judas. They continued to do what they could to follow Jesus' instructions. And they focused on today. What are we going to do today? We're going to meet. We're going to pray. We're going to talk about who might make a good apostle. They tried not to worry too much about tomorrow, I think. This is what Jesus advocates at the end of Matthew 6. Don't worry about tomorrow. Focus on today. And maybe in this season, this is something that all of us can learn to do as well. To focus on what God is calling us to today, each day, rather than worrying too much about what next week holds, or next month, or next year. I wonder what God has for you today.